Now, what you're going to see next is really wild. Anybody here? We don't have anybody here been from college or anything? College? I've got a few. If you have a really nice car, sell it and get yourself a mail truck. Strange, huh? Let me tell you what happened. This is the day I got baptized. I'm heading home. This is my mail truck. I bought and sold antiques as a student for all 4 years. I paid a lot of my college. I picked up a mail truck my senior year out of Chicago Post Office. Got it for $25.
Wow.
It's a bid situation. You can jump in a day. It's online. You can buy mail trucks and used Jeeps out of Chicago. So anyway, I bought this from driving to the campus, University of Wisconsin in Madison. I'm engaged to be married. Girl I married to. I had girls come out of the woodwork hollering, "My name, Wayne, can I write in your mail truck?" It's a big magnet. And I come out too late. Anyway, so I'm telling you, I did a mail truck. Okay? So, mail truck. All right. My first Book of Mormon. Now, this was a Thursday when I got done. I'm still wet for 20 years, and I raced up to my home in northern Wisconsin, a 5-hour drive at the time. The interstate wasn't finished, a lot of back roads. And I went to get an auction, and I saw this book. Now, I was standing about the distance, probably right about here to the wall. And, you know, they always sell the household goods first if you go to auctions. I don't know if you do that or not. But anyway, the guy holds up a box. And I got to tell you, my eyes just, it was like tunnel vision. I could see that in this box of books. And I got the whole box for $6. And I opened up inside. This was a 1907 edition, and Northern States Mission, published in Chicago. And I sat on this book for 18 years. I did not join the church because of archaeology. I had a spiritual experience. And right now, if Moroni showed up by my bed at night and said, "Wayne, you're all done, we're going to take you back. I'm going to give you one wish," I would tell him to give my experience to my 7 kids. That would be my wish. That's it. Not give me a guarantee of the celestial kingdom. None of that. I want my kids to have what happened to me, because it was powerful. So this sat in my house for 18 years, and I did not know what it was because I wasn't looking. The church said it's in Central America. It's in Central America. Did they say it's in South America? It's in South America. It didn't matter. I was learning my priesthood duties and moving to the church. Eventually, 3 years later, be able to get my temple marriage and so on. But this is what I was taught. Now, I want you to pay attention to this line here, 30 degrees south latitude. Very important. This is where we're told, I was told in 1970, that Lehi landed in Chile at 30 degree latitude south. Okay? I was taught that all this was Book of Mormon lands. Okay? And then somewhere up there, there were 4 Hills Comoras, but they didn't know which one. We talked about that a little bit on the bus, I think. Did we not?
Yes.
4 hills, yes. Okay? And then Fort Moroni, he had to walk carrying that record all the way up to present-day New York for Joseph to find it, right? And that's in 421 AD. And this is the 2-hill Cumorah theory of the Western Hemisphere. And this is what I was taught. And for 18 years, I was okay with this. It didn't matter. I was okay. Now, as a hobby, I'm still studying my archaeology, Hopewell, Medina, reading all that stuff. But nothing's come together. It's still church archaeology, Medina and Hopewell. Nothing in between. Okay? So, 1989, we got our Chicago temple, I think it was 86, I believe. But up until that time, our temple district was Salt Lake City, 1,400 miles one way. And some of us have probably experienced that, maybe, I don't know. But my wife and I, we didn't get out to the temple very often, but we decided to go one more time, and that's when we went. So we got up to Salt Lake. My wife was running up and down the street, all the food storage stores, right? They used to be there downtown. They're all gone. And I was in 3 or 4 bookstores that are also all gone. So she's buying food storage, I'm buying books. And we're filling up the back of the car, right? When I got back to the window, it was time to go home. You can't get this stuff in Wisconsin, right? So anyway, I pick up this book here. Now this is really a front runner to the Joseph Smith papers that you can buy today. The big books that cost, 50, 60, 80 books, you know what I'm talking about, right? This is the front runner, because what's in here has been also in all those books, but it's in several, but this one here is like a little condensed version. And when I opened up and saw what's in this book, everything changed for me. My life in the church became archaeological because of this letter from Joseph to Emma. We arrived in the morning on the banks of the Mississippi. We left the eastern part of the state of Ohio, wandering over the plains of the Nephites, right there, that red line, Ohio, all the way to Missouri, recounting occasionally the history of the Book of Mormon, roving over the mounds that once loved people of the Lord, picking up their skulls and bones as proof of its divine authenticity. Signed, Joseph Smith, Jr. How many people have never seen that before? Several of you. Isn't that amazing? Well, I saw this, and I got to tell you, my wife was driving, because I'm reading the book, obviously, and making it funny, I said, Chris, I said, Houston's got a problem. Those space people, you know what I'm talking about. Okay? I said, Houston, they got a problem. And it just, everything for me just, I knew something was wrong in Denmark. And it's never been the same. It changed. And I just started putting stuff together. My Hopewell and my Adina studies just blossomed. I just can't tell you how to explain it. But this woke me up. So I knew now, the Hopewell, something was going on in North America, and I was going to do something about it. So that's what I did. We got these basic cultural areas. Our Jaredites have to come out of this, late Archaic and Adina. They've got them divided. And right now, they've got the Jaredites back in 2000 BC. Baby and Webb, two archaeologists. They're going back to 2000 BC, which is wonderful for us. Here's our Hopewell, our Nephites, Mulekites, and our Lamanites, and of course we got our Mississippians, which is post-Book of Mormon, long after. Now I want you to notice there's a time gap. You see it? 400 AD in Hopewell, Mississippian, 900 AD. What's happening in North America when the Nephite nation collapses? What's happening?
Civil War.
Civil War, bloodshed, carnage, chaos, and it lasted until the peacemaker showed up, Hiawatha. And we don't know when that happened. We kind of feel somewhere 800-ish in that area. We just don't know for sure. And the peacemaker had a special friend from above called the Ganawida, a man of God, came down and helped Hiawatha establish peace throughout the Northeast. So what we had here, 400 AD, interestingly enough, what's going on in Europe at 400 AD? What do we call it? The Dark Ages. And we got the Dark Ages here too. The Lord pulled the spirit out of both continents, both hemispheres, I should say. Pulled it out. Gone. It's gone. It wasn't here. Parallels. Parallels. So here is a map of Ohio. This was put together in the 1890s. This right here represents maybe 15% of what was here. That's how much has already gone down from first contact, 1492. Okay. These are all Hopewell